Before we start the video, just a quick reminder that I do have a Discord server, so if you haven't yet, please join it. We can chat there, and also it's a good way for me to communicate with you in case something bad happens to the channel. If you're interested, the link to it is in the description. Yo, what's up guys, it's OverlordX and I, and welcome to a new Ninjago video. The title of this video says it all. We're going to be covering my final thoughts on Season 15, Seabound. The season ended on Friday, and wow, it was a fantastic season. This video will be like an episode review. I'll say my thoughts, the pros and cons, and ultimately how I would rate the season on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best. Got it? Cool. Let's get started. Also, spoilers. Duh. So like I was saying before, this season was just amazing in so many ways. First off, the introduction to Nia losing her powers was so well done. I loved that. I think it was a very good way to get into the whole Wojira story and everything. It was forgotten unfortunately, but I'll come back to that later in the video. Wu mentioned wind and water and that those were elements controlled by Wojira. That was a very interesting plot point. I guess that provides an explanation for why Chen didn't need those elements in Season 4. But again, another con, I'll come back to that later. It has to do with Niad. Maya was fantastic, and I really liked her inclusion in this season. I loved her mom personality, her being pretty much like a perfectionist and all. I could connect a lot with her there. So really awesome character. I did feel like she was slightly annoying in episode 5 because she was talking about, oh, I had these things as the previous Master of Water. But still, great character. Connecting Nia and Maya, I think their dynamic was so emotional, and I loved it. There were lots of highlights, like in episode 4, Maya was telling Nia about making sacrifices. We all know what that culminated into. Episode 5 featured Nia and Maya getting out of Ojira's temple. I really liked their bond there in that episode. And also 9, when Maya was consoling with Nia. I loved it. So well done in my opinion. Speaking of dynamics, Kai and Rei. Oh my god, that was just hilarious. I think Vincent Tong had a very fun time playing these two characters because I could tell. First of all, Kai and Rei playing Prime Empire. Oh my god. I think that's the meme of this season. Like, remember in episode 2? Like, I was just laughing so much. Take that, you big oaf!
Oh, take that, you big oaf! Take that, you big oaf! Take that, you big oaf!
And then in episode 12, when they were saying heartfelt goodbyes while playing Prime Empire, oh my god. Really great dynamic. The introductions to Ojira, Kalmar, and the Relopians were excellent. Just Kalmar in general, great villain. I really liked learning about his backstory and, you know, wanting to awaken Ojira. I think that was very well done. Episode 6 featured a scene which Ninjago fans had wanted for years, that being an on-screen death. That death of Trimar was just, oh my god, so well done, really well executed, and I loved the palace coup. Benthamar was a great ninja ally. I will mention a con about him later, but I loved his backstory and his dynamic with Kalmar. You know, he wanted to make a relationship with Kalmar, but eventually he came to the conclusion that, yeah, he was a lost cause. I was glad to see the Keepers return. I think they should have appeared in the finale, but with the season's execution, I have no problem with their appearance in one episode. There were lots of direct references to Season 11 and Season 14. I already mentioned Season 14, but for Season 11, there was Antonia and Nelson, the Explorers Club. For Season 12, there was Unagami. Season 13, there was Vanya and Shintaro. Shintaro had a big role in the plot, so I really liked that. I liked how those seasons were connected into this one. So well done. There were a couple teases for next year, maybe, like, you know, Lord Belgrave, the Sphinx. It's possible that we may get a Kai season. Tommy Andreasen has been tweeting about it, so it's likely. But yeah, I really liked the inclusion of that. There was some great choreography in the fight in Ninjago City with Kai, Cole, Kalmar. You know, those couple episodes from 10 to 12. Really well done in my opinion. And of course, Wojira. I think her awakening was very well done in the finale. I loved the fight scenes in Ninjago City. Like, just seeing Wojira flood the whole city. Wow! We can assume that a lot of Ninjagan citizens lost their lives that day. It's possible that we may get Harumi 2.0 because, you know, mass destruction in the city, but yeah. Wow. And then, of course, Nia's sacrifice. Just doing that out of pure love for Jay hit me so much in the heart. I was being critical of the last 2 episodes at first, but after processing it, fantastic, especially after rewatching it. I have to give both those episodes a 10 out of 10 now, and yeah, very well done, honestly. And the memorial service at the end was just, wow! Seeing so many returning characters. Ed and Edna, we hadn't seen them since Season 7. Also, there was Skylar, Vanya, Twitchy Tim, so many ninja allies. And I think that was very well done. So many great things in this season, and yeah, awesome stuff. But despite all this, I do have some cons. So starting off with the first arc that we had about Nia losing her powers, like I said earlier in the video, that was forgotten. I was hoping that would amount into something bigger, but, well, that's that. There's one plot hole that was left in the season that relating to Benthamar. Will he be on the ninja team or will he rule over Merlopia? The conversation that Nia had with Bentho in episode 12 would suggest that Bentho would stay on the ninja team. But then again, we never knew anything about the Merlopians after the finale, so what happened? Hopefully that will be expanded upon next season, like with Merlopia being in chaos or something, but yeah, that's that. When Wu mentioned wind in the beginning of the season, because that was one of Ojira's elements, I wasn't very happy because the mention of wind amounted to nothing. I don't know if we will meet a new elemental master of wind at some point in Ninjago's future, but, well, that's that. Also, because they were Ojira's elements, you wouldn't really expect there to be an elemental master. But well, it turned out that Niat existed, so did Ojira end up passing on these elements to someone? That was left unclear, but, well, the Antonia side story in episode 11 was a good fit in the season, but in my opinion it was kinda distracting from the overall arc. I mean, sure, we were trying to follow Kalmar getting the Storm Amulet, but Antonia's story felt irrelevant. I feel like that side quest was just to fill in a couple minutes in that episode, but that's just how it is, we have to accept it. Honestly, that's my least favorite episode of the season, so that's what I'm gonna say about that. The main con I have about this season, though, is related to the fake amulet. I think that plot point could have been executed better. First of all, when we saw the fake amulet, it looked exactly like the real one. Let me say this, how did Clutch Powers have the time to make the fake amulet? And also, when did he steal it to begin with? Did he steal it during season 14, or did he come back after? I don't think that Clutch Powers knew about the Storm Amulet when he was left uncharted with Misako and Wu in season 14. And also with the ninja going to save them, I don't think that he had enough time to make a fake amulet. Sure, it's a cartoon, so in theory I should be more forgiving, but it doesn't make sense to me how Clutch Powers was able to craft something so detailed. If he crafted it to begin with, but, well, that's a problem I have with the season. Also, Zane detected the amulet was fake in episode 9, but not in episode 12. Those are some plot holes which disturb me, but otherwise I think that's all for cons. Let's go on to the final verdict. Honestly, this was an amazing season with so many great traits in it. Personally, for me, it's one of the darkest Ninjago seasons ever, with, the Palace Coup, Wojira, and also Nia's sacrifice at the end. So well done. Mwah. There are some plot holes which annoy me, which doesn't make the season perfect, and also there's the one filler episode that ticks me off, and also the whole Clutch Powers thing with the amulet. Didn't really like that, but overall, I think it was very enjoyable and a really great Ninjago season. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. A really great season, very enjoyable, and also a very emotional ending, but a few plot holes and issues that I don't like. But overall, great season, and this got me interested in Ninjago's future. I can't wait to see what comes next. That's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on Season 15? Please let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for later in the week because I'll be releasing my ranking updates video, ranking the episodes, my Season 15 bingo, and yeah. After that, we'll be done with Season 15 coverage, as well as a couple other videos I have planned, but otherwise, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.